Girls, welcome back to the Apoca blog. Day 1451 of assuring you that, yes, that's the pile of shit I just went through to bring you tonight's fun facts. Pattern Recognition 101. China wants passenger tracking system for global travel coronavirus reset. Reset. Word shows up a lot lately. Chinese Communist President Xi Jinping wants travelers to adopt a global QR code system, help determine their health status and travel permissions in a post-corona pandemic travel reset. During a virtual G20 summit, Xi called for a coronavirus global mechanism, involves international recognition of health certificates in the form of QR codes to allow people to travel freely, according to state media. We need to further harmonize policies and standards and establish fast tracks to facilitate the orderly flow of people. We hope more countries would participate. QR codes and barcodes that can be read by mobile phones, common tool of tracking and control in communist China. China launched its notorious social credit system last year to watch over its own citizens and mete out punishment based upon personal behavior and loyalty to the party. Under the scheme China has employed since February, users are issued a traffic light style health code with a green code allowing someone to travel freely, and orange or red indicating they may need to quarantine for up to 2 weeks. By the way, this social code is also whether they're allowed to travel on public transportation, whether they're allowed to work or not, whether they're allowed to shop or not. The idea that this is about somebody having a fucking the sniffles. Codes are basically a combination of big data information submitted by the users themselves. Who the fuck would do that? Except a retarded Chinese person. In a tweet, wow, someone's thinking. Executive Director of Human Rights Watch Kenneth Roth expressed caution. Caution? How about just fuck no over Xi's proposal? Excuse me. Beware Chinese government's proposal for a global QR code system. An initial focus on health could easily become a Trojan horse for broader political monitoring and exclusion akin to the dangers associated with Chinese social credit system. Yeah, imagine the fucking Democrats getting a hold of that. You know, that'd go really well for the Republicans. China's been building its own mass surveillance network for the past decade. And by the way, which boasts hundreds of millions of cameras on their streets, like there are all over our streets. The surveillance network has been billed as the world's most powerful facial recognition system and aims to identify any of its 1.4 billion citizens within 3 seconds. If that doesn't scare the ever-living fuck out of you, I don't know whatever could. China's looking at more digital methods to ensure its citizens comply with the strictures of the single-party state, blah, blah. So that's how we're going to do it. We'll get to it. So the World Health Organization has responded, and it's pretty much everything you'd expect it to be. Dr. Michael Ryan, Director of Global Alert in response to the World Health Organization, told reporters at a press briefing on Monday that social gatherings should mostly come at night, be managed by governments. Ryan spoke about numerous types of public areas, such as airports, public transportation, places like ski resorts and the like, that governments must manage to prevent further spread of COVID-19. The flu that doesn't kill fucking children. He urged governments worldwide to investigate all forms of gatherings that lead to people congregating and moving around in mass, and how they are going to de-risk those processes. Ryan warned that if governments don't believe those processes can be de-risked, governments should curtail, postpone, and or even manage those processes, i.e., strip away individual rights and freedoms from citizens. It's almost like your government officials would want to come in and tell you that you can't have people over to your house for Thanksgiving, or that you should cancel Oh, that's right. While the pandemic is reshaping the world, China is now demanding governments across the globe that manage what the world population can safely do based upon their science. All this comes as China, a strategic rival of the U.S., is attempting to become a world superpower through a new approach that is health for your own good. You know, that same bill of goods that the fucking the progressives use for every one of their batshit crazy proposals. It's almost like they're in tandem. The American left and China. Almost. Xi Jinping at World Health Assembly, China to build global humanitarian response hub. Chinese Director Xi Jinping announced during a speech at the World Health Assembly that China would partner with the United Nations to build a public health global humanitarian response hub to control future pandemics and the like, because they're not done releasing shit to us. Well, the UN responded. Was UN has joined the World Economic Forum to announce a global coronavirus news service, declaring the time has come for new social norms that seek out and correct wrong information. We're trying to create this new social norm called pause. Take care before you share. We're equipping people through this new social norm with a bit of informational skepticism, unless it's skepticism about, like, the bat flu, vaccines, whatever. So far, we've recruited 110,000 information volunteers, and we will equip these volunteers with the kind of knowledge about how misinformation spreads, and ask them to serve as a kind of digital first responders in those spaces where misinformation travels. So there we go. We've got 110,000. China's telling us that they want to take over the world. The World Health Organization and the UN are saying, "Go for it, buddy. We got your back." And there's 110,000 fucking dimwits out there ready to go out and fucking spread the word about wrong things. Well, now let's talk about some of the stuff that China's been saying that you probably haven't heard in the news. Chinese state media. China must prepare for war. Xi Jinping tells his army not to fear death and to prepare to win wars as he addresses military commanders. Chinese media, China-led trade bloc will end U.S. hegemony. Hegemony. God damn it. And finally, Chinese sociologist will soon surpass U.S. And this is direct quote. Will soon surpass U.S. U.S. will not survive. We'll drive U.S. to its death. So they're saying it out loud, people. They're telling you to your face exactly what's coming. They're not, and they got all the help in the world, and the fucking potted plant is going to pay for it all. Joe Biden, well, Kamala Harris hits that fucking chair, and we're going to pay for these motherfuckers to come and kill us, or at least make their best fucking attempt. So it's up to us. It's really simple. All we have to do is stop complying. Get off your ass, go outside, go to your fucking local strip church, have a funeral for a fucking friend. It's just take the stupid mask off, go back to work, and tell these people to go fuck their mother.